Module 3. Matters to be considered. Module 3. Learning Objective. Describe the key elements that support the matters to be considered. Module 3. Do you know? True or false? Adherence to matters to be considered enables all decision makers under the Act to support the vision and mission of Children's Services. Sorry, the correct answer is true. Adherence to these matters enables all decision makers under the Act to support the vision and mission of Children's Services. You're correct. Adherence to these matters enables all decision makers under the Act to support the vision and mission of Children's Services. Module 3. Matters to be considered. Within the Child, Youth, and Family Enhancement Act are guiding principles. 1.1. This Act must be interpreted and administered in accordance with the following principles. A. The best interests, safety, and well-being of children are paramount. B. The well-being of families and communities is crucial to the well-being of children. C. Children benefit from 1. Lasting relationships with people with whom they have connections, including family, friends, caregivers, and other significant individuals. 2. Connections with their culture and cultural communities, and opportunities to form those connections. And 3. Permanent formalized ties with people who care about them. D. Indigenous people should be involved with respect to the planning and provision of services to and decisions respecting Indigenous families and their children. Module 3. Matters to be considered within CYFEA. The matters to be considered in Section 2 Sub 1 A through M of CYFEA align with current knowledge and leading practice of what is important for creating positive outcomes for children and youth in care. How are you going to apply this information into your work? Module 3. Aligns with CYFEA. They reinforce the intention and spirit of CYFEA. These matters help to make sure that we properly consider and respect a child or youth's rights, their family and cultural connections, and other important elements of their lives. Children's Services must take the matters to be considered into account in all decision-making for children and youth in need of intervention. Module 3. Supporting Children and Youth. In your role, you will find that the matters to be considered are central to supporting children and youth in the care of Children's Services. How does this information impact you in your role? Module 3. Intentions of matters to be considered. The matters to be considered reflect the intentions of the CYFEA to espouse the importance of connection, parental responsibility, collaboration, least intrusiveness, and respect for cultural heritage. The matters to be considered reinforce the intention and spirit of the CYFEA and provide parameters to guide all intervention work. Adherence to these matters enables all decision-makers under the Act to support the vision and mission of Children's Services. All decisions made under the CYFEA must support the matters to be considered to ensure decision-making occurs in the best interest of the child. Module 3. Child Intervention Practice and CYFEA. Assessment and intervention for children and families begins at the outset of involvement and is done on a continuous basis to determine the safety of the child. The child's well-being, connection, developmental needs, community, relational connections, environmental factors, parental capacity, and immediacy of risk are all factors in determining whether or not there is a need for intervention as defined by the legislation CYFEA. Child intervention services are only provided when a parent or guardian cannot adequately protect a child from harm or the danger of being harmed as defined by the CYFEA. Module 3. Making decisions. When making a decision that will affect a child or youth and their family, the child intervention practitioner, individuals involved in court processes, people serving on appeal panels, and anyone else who has any authority to make a decision or recommendation under this Act, including the child and youth advocate, must support the principles represented by these matters to be considered. Module 3. Supporting Principles. Matters to be considered. The best interests of the child are highlighted. Parental involvement, accountability, and responsibility is reinforced. Decision-making assumes a child-centered, family-focused, or solutions-focused approach. This approach focuses on positively engaging and involving families in all decision-making and action throughout all phases of intervention involvement, beginning from the point of initial contact. The principles affirm the primary importance of ensuring the safety and well-being of children, recognize the mutual significance of the child and family to each other, and promote the importance of the child intervention practitioner and other professionals developing a strengths-based collaborative partnership with children, youth, and families. And culture includes family, environment, language, heritage, traditions, and community. Module 3. Test yourself. Which of the following statements is not an element of matters to be considered? 1. The best interests of the child are highlighted. 2. Parental involvement, accountability, and responsibility is reinforced. 3. Decision-making assumes a child-centered, family-focused, or solutions-focused approach. 4. The principles affirm the primary importance of ensuring the safety and well-being of children. 5. Culture includes family, environment, language, heritage, traditions, and community. A. 1, 3, and 5. B. None. C. 2, 3, 4. You're correct. Sorry, the correct answer is B. These are all elements of the matters to be considered. 1. The best interests of the child are highlighted. 2. Parental involvement, accountability, and responsibility is reinforced. 3. Decision-making assumes a child-centered, family-focused, or solutions-focused approach. 4. The principles affirm the primary importance of ensuring the safety and well-being of children. 5. Culture includes family, environment, language, heritage, traditions, and community. Module 3. Matters to be considered. Congratulations! You've completed Module 3. Next, complete Module 4. Child Intervention Practice Framework.